Hey guys, Jared here, and today we're going to check out the Kindle Paperwhite ebook reader from Amazon, so don't go anywhere. Inside the box we have a micro USB cable for charging the device. There's no AC power adapter included, so you'll either need a separate one or you'll have to charge off your computer. There's also a quick start guide which contains basic instructions and the device itself. The Amazon Kindle Paperwhite is a lightweight and portable ebook reader from Amazon. I've been using my Kindle daily on the commute to work for the past couple of months and thought I'd cover some of the things that I like about it here. First we'll take a look at the exterior of the Kindle Paperwhite, starting with the front. The front features a 6-inch e-ink Carta HD screen, which I'll cover in a bit more detail later on. Other than that, there's the Kindle logo underneath the screen, and that's about it. The material around the border of the screen on the front is a black plastic, and it does quite a good job at hiding fingerprints. The back of the device has a nice texture to it, which should help prevent it slipping in your hand. However, it's quite a fingerprint magnet, so after time it can actually look quite bad, so you might want to look at getting a case to prevent that. The material on the back also covers the sides, and it's a different material from the one on the front face. The bottom of the Kindle Paperwhite features a micro USB slot for charging, and the power button which is used to turn the Kindle on and off. There's nothing on the top or either side of the device. Alright, so let's get back to the screen. The screen of the Kindle Paperwhite is a touchscreen. It doesn't show fingerprints at all, which is great as you'll be sticking your fingers all over it to turn the pages and interact with the device. It's covered with a matte texture, which makes reading in direct sunlight possible without any annoying glare, which I found extremely useful when compared to reading off a glass screen tablet. The screen can also be used in the dark or at any level of brightness for that matter, as it features a light with adjustable levels. The screen is not backlit, so the light does not come straight out of the screen and directly into your eyes, which can be tiring for your eyes over time. Instead, the light comes out from the sides of the device. The light will not automatically turn off if you're reading in a bright room or direct sunlight, however, so it's important to remember to turn off the light if you're not using it to save battery power. The resolution of the screen is 300 pixels per inch, which is pretty decent for an e-ink ebook reader. I've been constantly impressed with the quality and crispness of the letters that display. When I first got the Kindle Paperwhite, I was a little worried about the quality of the screen, having never used an e-ink screen before. I can now see that this was a bit silly as the quality is really excellent. The screen also provides 16 levels of grayscale, which allows different levels of grey to display, which actually does an alright job at displaying different images in books I've found. While I did have to zoom in on most of the images to see them correctly in the page, the Kindle Paperwhite did an acceptable job at displaying these images considering that it's an e-ink screen. Alright, now let's take a look at some of the other internals and specs of the Kindle Paperwhite. The Paperwhite comes in both Wi-Fi only and Wi-Fi plus 3G models. I have the Wi-Fi only model as I don't really need to use the internet on the Kindle while I'm out. I can always tether to my phone if I desperately need to purchase and download a book, which I can't really see happening too frequently. The Wi-Fi only model weighs in at 205 grams, while the Wi-Fi plus 3G model is a little heavier at 217 grams. The Wi-Fi options supported include 802.11b, G, and N, which most wireless routers should support as these are fairly common standards. The Kindle Paperwhite will also work with WEP, WPA, WPA2, or WPS networks. Leaving Wi-Fi on constantly will increase the drain on battery over time, so if it's not actively needed, you can save some battery by enabling airplane mode, which can be found under settings. Speaking of the battery, this is another of the amazing things that the Kindle Paperwhite has to offer. The battery life advertised by Amazon claims that it will last 6 weeks with Wi-Fi off and setting the light to 10, which is about 1/3 of the brightness level. And from my testing, I definitely do believe this. Personally, my battery was barely under half used after a whole month with the light off and the Wi-Fi off, and that was with approximately 1 hour of use per day. The e-ink screen is a key factor to this epic battery life that the Kindle Paperwhite provides, as e-ink screens typically have extremely low power requirements, as power is mainly required to change what is displayed on the screen, but not so much to constantly display the content. Compare this to a tablet, which will require constant power to keep all of the pixels lit up, which definitely does use a lot more battery power to maintain. The Kindle Paperwhite comes with 4 GB of internal storage, which Amazon say is enough to store thousands of ebooks, which is probably fairly accurate given the small file sizes of various books. Books that you purchase from Amazon can be synchronized to the device from the internet, so you don't need to even store all of the books on the actual device itself, just the ones that you actively want to read. The supported file formats that the Kindle Paperwhite can read are the Kindle Format 8, which is AZW3, Kindle Format, which is AZW, and then more common files such as TXT, PDF, and Mobi, which are fairly common file types for ebook readers. If you're just buying ebooks from the Amazon website, you don't really need to concern yourself with this, as the books that you purchase and download will work just perfectly fine. I really have to give credit to Amazon on how easy it is to purchase a book and sync it to the device. I found their one-click purchase option both easy to use and dangerous, as it's almost too easy for me to easily purchase a bunch of books, as they offer a very large selection to choose from. It's possible to put your own documents, such as books in PDF format, that you may already have onto the Kindle by using the Send to Kindle program. Essentially, you download the program from amazon.com/gp/send to Kindle. After installing it, you simply right-click a PDF file on your computer and select Send to Kindle. The file will upload to Amazon, and it will be converted so that it can be read on the Kindle. You'll then be able to download it and read it on the Kindle. I found some limitations when doing this, such as the estimates of time remaining for the rest of the book, which usually display in the bottom left-hand corner, don't work correctly, and the words also appear to display a little less clear, which may vary on a PDF file by file basis and how it's converted. Regardless, it's still really great that you can bring your own files onto the device. The environment isn't a closed-off walled garden. The user interface on the Kindle is quite user-friendly and pretty easy to use. Simply touch toward the top of the screen to open up the main menu. From the menu, you can go to the home screen, go back, change the brightness level of the inbuilt light, browse the store if you have an internet connection, perform a search, or check out Goodreads. And you can also view a bunch of further options such as device settings. And these options will change depending on where you currently are in the device, such as if you're on the main screen or in a book, you might get some different options here. From the home screen, you can view books from either the cloud, that is books that you have purchased that are available to download from the internet to your device, or books that you have already downloaded and stored on the device, which are ready for reading. In order to read a book, you'll need to download it first, so you want to do this before going out, for instance, if you have the Wi-Fi only model. Otherwise, you can download books over 3G at any time if you are using the 3G model. From the home screen, you can browse your books and touch any of them to open them and start reading. If you've previously opened the book and started reading, you'll be taken to the page that you were last up to. When viewing the list of books available, you'll see a dotted line underneath the book title, which represents your progress, showing how far that you currently are through the book. Once a book has been opened, simply touch the right-hand side of the screen to go on to the next page, or touch the left-hand side to go back a page. While reading a book, the bottom of the screen will display some useful information. The bottom right shows a percentage, which represents how far you are through the book, and you can also touch the bottom left area to change what is shown. For instance, you can display the current location, the estimated time to read the current chapter, or the estimated time left for you to complete the book. The time remaining is estimated and personalized based on your reading speed, so the estimation will constantly update over time as you read more and more on the Kindle, as it will have more information to work with. This allows you to see how much time is left at a quick glance, which is pretty great. For example, when I'm on the bus, I can see if I have enough time to finish the next chapter before I arrive at my destination. While reading a book, you can pinch the screen to change the font size. This can also be done by selecting the menu at the top and then selecting the font size button. From here, you can also search the book, share it, or flip through a preview while staying on your current page. Text throughout a book can also be highlighted by touching the text and holding down for a couple of seconds and then letting go. This allows you to search the selected text in Wikipedia, translate it to another language, or type in a note for yourself. You can even share it on Facebook or Twitter. You can optionally select the highlighted text and select highlight, which will let you view it later. So this is useful if you want to read over a key point later on in the future. After highlighting the selected text, you can view your highlights at kindle.amazon.com, and after you log in, you just select the Your Highlights button and all of the text that you've highlighted will display there. If you're only highlighting a single word, it will bring up the dictionary meaning for you by default, which is pretty nice. The Wikipedia search, translate, or sharing options will not work without an internet connection. However, the dictionary does actually work in offline mode with no internet, which is really great. It allows you to quickly look up words that you might not understand in the dictionary anytime. So, in conclusion, I've found the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite great to use on a daily basis. The battery lasts for weeks. The screen can be viewed in any lighting condition. It's very lightweight and can be held with one hand for long periods of time. And the screen looks really good and displays content extremely clearly. I don't have many downsides here. Mainly the fingerprint magnet material on the back, which does look a bit messy. However, this isn't even a problem for me anymore, as I've started using a case on the Kindle so that I don't have to worry about just tossing it into my backpack. I'm not really a fan of physically printed paper-based books. I like the idea of having one generic device that I can use and have all of my books on it, which will save a lot of space over time as I won't be accumulating physical books. I used to read books off my 10-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro, which is an Android tablet, but I found it really difficult with the shiny glass screen and the weight of the tablet. It didn't really go so well trying to hold it in one hand for long periods of time. And also the battery life only lasted me for about a week in that case. All of these issues are addressed by the Kindle Paperwhite, so I'll definitely continue using it for the majority of my reading going forward. Overall, I've found the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite an excellent ebook reader and would definitely recommend it to anyone looking for an ebook reader. So what did you guys think of the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite? Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and make sure that you subscribe for future videos like this one.